What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Jump. No matter what race of a man that you are, you're gonna experience, if you're dating women, something called shit tests. All right, and the greater manosphere community talks about this more often than we do, but there are certain tests or situations that women put you in order to see your reaction. And based on your reaction, either it's going to be a turn on or a turn off. Okay, so for an example, a lady may ask you, what do you think about her female friend? And do you think she's pretty or something like that? And depending on how you respond to that will let you know, or let her know, if you're a guy that she can be taken seriously to go on to the future. Now, some girls can do some more crazy things. Some girls try to make guys jealous on purpose, flirt with guys in front of you to see how you're going to react, break some of your stuff on purpose to see how you're going to react. All of these things are to see what kind of man you are in general. And as long as you date women, you're going to go through these sorts of tests. Some women are more creative than others, but really it's a masculinity test. And sometimes if you fail, women can be totally turned off if you get too emotional or too overreactive, and they don't talk to you at all. And some guys find themselves apologizing and wanting another chance and all of this. And being at age 40, I've dealt with certain shit tests. And I want to talk about one in particular, and that typically deals with texting, okay? So what happens is that you have some ladies that, they'll just message you out the blue. Hello, hey, what's up? Then if you don't text back, it's a problem. If you text back right away, oh, hey, what's up? They'll go silent for 48 hours. And what they're looking for you to do is to be upset about the fact that they haven't responded. And if you do that, it's some sort of weakness. All right. But now if you don't text back and she starts at you for not texting back, and then you still have an emotional response, she has you again. And, if you're going to have these relationships, later on in life, and that could be even with a woman refusing sex to see how you're going to act, a woman kind of talking back. All of these are shit tests. But if you look at today's stage, where we're in almost 2022, with guys taking the black pill, guys going towards the metaverse, and guys going towards these, different communities online, black men living at home more now than ever before, men in general. What you're starting to understand is if these guys pass these shit tests with women, what do you get? That's the fundamental question I've never heard any dating coach answer. I've never heard any game coach answer. If you passed shit tests with women, what is the ultimate prize? Because when I passed tests in medical school or as an undergraduate degree in biology, or you guys have passed engineering tests or the ASVAB, there's a reward for passing those tests. But if I have to pass a shit test, and what that does is give me another date or possibly sex with women, for many guys who are really focused on themselves, it's just not enough. And that is where the fundamental problem is coming to right now, is that for a lot of these ladies who play these games and you're trying to shit test guys, and for guys who really have something to offer, right? I'm talking about guys who are real high performing. What they're going to find out is that those games, you don't get to play with certain guys. That is going to get you out the door rather quick. Now, I'm trying to understand, especially if it's a guy who is being more straightforward with you. He is showing elements of taking care of you, working with you, trying to help you. And your ideology is, let me put him in position so I can shit test him and see how he's going to react. Well, what happens if he says, well, you know what? You're not really worth me passing this test for, because you're not going to be able to give me a whole lot of stuff. So you're out the door. Because I'm telling you this is what happens for most of you guys that have the abundance mindset, or let's go to some of you black pill guys who kind of have the ability to say, I can really deal with this all by myself, because you've seen some of these things happen. Like, as much as you dated women, there are some guys who said, like, I see these patterns, just like women, right? Women say when they meet guys that they've seen this guy before, because they've seen so many different kind of guys. They've seen them before. Such is the truth with women. When you see ladies running these shit tests, it kind of seems like, why are you so insecure? Like, what happened to you that you need to run these games all the time that don't lead anywhere? There's nothing that any guy gets from it, because typically 99% of the time, if I prove to you that, I'm masculine in frame and all this other stuff, I don't get anything from you but pretty much a bill. You can't do anything for me. There's nothing that you do that changes my life at all. So there's really no reward for passing these things. You can say, oh, I got a chick, and and it just keeps coming and it keeps coming. But for most guys, there's nothing that you get out of it. And I'm going to tell you that if a woman starts to play these sorts of games, especially if there's no investment into you, like, let's just say, for example, it's a week. The woman hasn't shown her weight in gold. I mean, there's nothing that you have. I know a week is pretty soon. I'm just giving you a time period. She hasn't offered to come over, clean, try to cook, make herself available to you, and you're already running shit tests already, and you haven't done anything. Out the door automatically. Like, nobody has time for you. Like, it's almost like, you tried to rob the bank here too fast. You made a mistake. Like, you didn't think about this enough. So because of that, let's get you out of there. For the next guy you try this with, you should have a little bit more understanding of who you are. The more value and opportunity that a guy has, and if a woman isn't even invested with the guy, like, you haven't even slept with him and you're already playing games. Bye. And that's what they do. They go around here trying to test guys all day. And then, ultimately, if you pass all of them, you get nothing. If you fail them, oh, you're over emotional, so I'm unattracted to you. You still get nothing, really. And it's just like all these games just kind of lead them to their own demise as they're going through these tunnels of games all through their life, all through their, prime years. And what does it get them? What do shit tests get them? It's like, there's nothing that it really gets them. It definitely doesn't do anything for you. Now, obviously, there's always tests in life, and I get that. But to put up with it for no reason doesn't make any sense. And that's why you're seeing guys saying, you know what? I'm not even going to date anymore. You know what? I'm okay investing in myself. When I'll come back and date, if I ever decide to do so, I'll do so at my own more advantage. I'll make sure my value is so high that so when I come back, I'm not as scarce. So if I have to deal with it again, then you're automatically gone. Like, right away. And that's kind of how I feel. I just don't think that, it should be a certain level of people who are able to run shit tests. Like, as a woman, if you're going to do it, be somebody that has already sort of proven yourself. Already be somewhat having been invested. And then maybe if you want to try that, and I still disagree with it, but sure. If you want. But the problem is, if you don't check it right away, she keeps doing it. And it's really insecurity. It's insecurity. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, The buffoon remains an all-time high. I'm out.